Okay, we've got a pretty good day ahead of us today. We've got to do some tarp repairs from a storm that come through. Get a fire going, get some coffee in me. Day's starting. I'm ready for some coffee. My day does not function without caffeine. Don't need a lot of it, but I do need some of it. And going to answer the burning question on everybody's mind with everything that's going on the news and all the social networks and all the media. It's a topic that's just swamping everything right now. You can't turn on a TV or a radio without hearing about it, and that is going to be, how do I make coffee without a regular coffee pot? We're going to make Cowboy Coffee, so stay tuned. Good morning, everybody. I don't know if you can tell what's going on behind me here, but we had a couple pretty good storms rolled through here, and my porch tarp has come apart. So I actually ripped the reinforced grommets right out of the ends of the tarp. So I'll show you what's going on there. It actually just ripped right out that end, and the reinforced grommet is still attached to the tree. Yeah, so we've got to fix that. There's no point tearing up or throwing with a tarp. We can fix this. Okay, so this was the reinforced grommet, and it didn't actually, the grommet didn't fail. It's all still there. It's the tarp ripped out from around it. So we can save this. This was just hooked on with a lark's head, and then attached to the tree with a marlin spike hitch. So anyway, this is no longer any good to us. So easy enough to fix. I don't know how far I can bring this tarp in with it still attached, but you can see that this just ripped right out of there. So what we're going to do is just take a rock or an acorn or something. Let's see if we can get the sharp edges off of that. You can use a stick, a handful of dirt, and we're going to take this and just put it up inside the tarp and gather it around, and we're just going to put our lark's head right back around there. And tighten it up just like that, and there's our new tie-off point. So let's get this hooked back up to the tree and we'll fix this tarp. Okay, it's starting to rain out here again, so I can't take the camera out in the rain. So I've just went ahead and hooked that back up, and I've got to reset my ridge pole to get this up off my face. So let me get that done and I will be right back. Set you where you guys can see what's going on a little bit. Yeah. Alrighty, much better. It's like the storm took off our water barrel cover too. Wow, it actually lifted the rock out of the barrel. Huh. That's amazing. Well, we will reset that at another time. But for now, we'll put the, as you can see, the barrel is completely full, so we can just leave the lid on it for now. I think I'll put a piece of duct tape over top of that and keep it from anything from getting down inside there any more than what it already has. So anyway, it is time for coffee. Well, I am certainly glad I brought all this dry firewood in a couple weeks ago, so this could just basically stay dry. We have had rain pretty well non-stop for the last 2 weeks, and probably longer than that actually. I've really lost track of it, but this is great if you can get dry wood in and keep it under some kind of cover. Even when the tarp failed and came down, it still laid down on top of it and kept it dry. So it sure beats the heck out of scavenging around trying to find dry wood when you're, well, not in a hurry, but you know, when you just want to get something done and you want to get that cup of coffee in the morning because you woke up and found out you had to fix your tarp instead of making a fire and getting your coffee going. So anyway, let's get a fire started. We'll start out with small kindling size. I've already got a tinder bundle. Oh, this is nice and dry. I have knife with fire kit. The wood's dry, the fire ring is soft and wet, but it'll work. Yeah. Now that that's going, we can use some of the wood that wasn't under the tarp, and it'll light just fine. With the heat from the fire started going, it'll burn what little bit of moisture's on here off, and we can save some more of our dry wood for another day. Since this is a permanent camp, if I was packing down and moving later today, I wouldn't, or in a few days, I probably wouldn't worry about it. Okay, well that's fire's getting started. We're going to go ahead and get our coffee pot ready. And we get to use water out of our homemade filter. How awesome is that? All right, we're not going to fill this all the way up. We're going to fill it. I don't know if you guys can see that. Hopefully you can. A couple inches down from the top, because we are going to have to add some cold water in here shortly. I'll explain that in a bit. Okay, you guys have all had those little single coffee packets. I've had them. They suck. There's no other way to describe them. They work in a pinch, but man, who likes being pinched? So I've got some coffee that was sent in to me. A friend of mine up in the Buckeye State. I don't know if it's okay to use his name or not, so we'll just call him Short Bus. I don't think he would care, but he'll know who I'm talking about. And it's Highlander's Grog. It's from a place called Boston Stoker. Comment down below if you guys have had Boston Stokers and if you've had Highlander's Grog. So we're going to put some coffee in the little pot here. You just need a spoon, and it's nothing fancy. We're just going to take a full spoonful and just stick it down in the water. You don't have to be careful with it. You don't have to do anything. Don't stir it up. Just let it sit on the top. It'll be fine. Stick this back up. My goodness, that smells so good. Well, hair ties are the cure for everything, aren't they? They close up coffee bags and everything else. Hold your gear on. All right, I'm going to put that back in a plastic bag to hopefully keep it fresher longer. This stuff is like gold around here. We can't get it down here, so I have to wait for my buddy to send it. Luckily, he sent 2 bags the last time, so always ready for more. All right, now we're going to go out and put this onto the fire. In this, I don't know what kind of pot you're using, but you don't want to, if you've got a lid with a screw on, or a pot with a screw on lid like I have, don't screw it on. Just set it on there so it can rattle around. You don't want to build up pressure and blow up your pot. So let's go put this guy on the fire and get coffee started. All right, when we made our tripod, we made this fancy dangling hook so we can put our coffee right on top of the fire. Oops, we're a little bit too too long. Let's give that another wrap around there. And that is perfect. Look at that. Alright, so we're just going to have to wait for this to boil. So while that's boiling, we'll get some other stuff done. Just starting to boil around the edges, but we want a rolling boil, and so we're gonna let it do its thing until we've got a rolling boil. It won't be much longer. And you really don't have to have a lid on this. I just stick one on to keep anything else out of there. It might blow in from the fire. All right, as you can see, it is starting to go, and we are just going to let this boil for just a little bit. In a pot this size, it only needs to boil for about a minute or so, maybe less. We don't want it to boil over though. Alright, so that's been boiling for a couple minutes. We're going to go ahead and pull it off. Somewhere to set that down. This stove is not lit, by the way. I'm just needing somewhere to set it. I didn't want to get my fancy table all set up there from the fire. Let's see if we can get that off there. Yeah. The good thing about titanium is it sure does cool down fast. Alright, now the secret weapon. Now to get all of these grounds to settle down to the bottom, it's simple. This water is like really hot. We're going to add in some water right from our water bottle, filter, whatever, that is not hot. It's cold. I'm going to go a little scientific. We all know what convection is. So hot goes up, cold goes down, and when it goes down, it just takes those grounds right with it. And that is the secret to making Bushcraft coffee without having a bunch of grounds in it. I mean, they're there, they're just in the bottom. Now at that point, we're ready to just pour it in. I don't know if you can see, but there are no grounds going in there. But you get the nice oils from the coffee. Oh, that's fantastic. Well, I end up putting it on my table anyway. Look at that. Okay, moment of truth. I already know what it's going to taste like. I just wish that there was some way you can see it, you can see the steam, you know it's hot, you know what coffee tastes like. I wish you could smell this. There's just no way to pass the smell along. This is fantastic. Hands down, it's probably the best coffee I've ever had. Oh, that is so good. Mr. Wilson, thank you. Enjoying the coffee. Feel free to send more. My goodness, I just wish you guys knew how good this was. Alright, I'm going to sit here and drink my morning coffee and watch the woods and enjoy. Maybe play with the dogs if they start getting energetic. And we'll catch you guys next time. Got some other projects coming up. So stay tuned. If you like the channel, like what you see, subscribe, hit the thumbs up. That would be fantastic. Helps out small channels like mine. We're over 600 subscribers. That's amazing. I find it hard to believe there's 600 people that like to watch an old guy drink coffee in the woods. Got some more crafting projects coming up. Somebody had requested the little koozies. I'm going to show you how to make those and how simple and easy they are. That video should be coming out fairly soon, so stay tuned for that. And got more leather working stuff will be coming up. Yeah, a lot of stuff in the works. Just gotta watch, subscribe, turn on the bell for notifications. That would be awesome. So okay, everybody, stay in, stay safe, enjoy your coffee. God bless you guys, and we'll catch you on the next one.